Hi there, welcome to Some DIY. My name's Ben. We're going to play the PS4, PS5 and Nintendo Switch consoles with the Meta Quest 3. Okay, so welcome to this video. My name is Ben. We're going to look today at the Meta Quest 3 and using the PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch and anything really that outputs HDMI into the Meta Quest 3. So I'm not taking credit for finding this. There is someone on Reddit called Missing Number 700. They've done a post on Reddit. I will share the links and the credit to them. They did a post around playing the Nintendo Switch on their Meta Quest 3 using a capture card, obviously a Nintendo Switch and the Meta Quest 3, using basically some capture cards. So it got me thinking. I've got capture cards. I've got a Nintendo Switch. Well, Oliver's got a Nintendo Switch. We've got a PS5, PS4. What could we get going? So this might be turned into a bit of a lengthy video because I will try and talk you through and walk you through kind of the steps to get this working and what you will need to get this basically get it working. So this, in theory, is possible on any device that outputs on HDMI. So this could be a laptop, a PC, Nintendo Switch, PS3, PS4, anything outputs on HDMI to then display inside the Meta Quest 3. So there's some steps to get it working, some things outside the box you got to do a little bit. Nothing that will break your headset, nothing like that. You don't need to, I don't know, hack it or anything like that. It's all stuff anyone can do. It just takes a few extra steps. So what we'll do, I'll break it down to a little diagram first just to show you kind of what's going on, and then I'll go through each of the individual steps. I'll break the steps down within the video so you can then jump to different parts if you need to, or jump back to certain parts, and I'll try and be as detailed with those sections as I possibly can. So first up, let's jump to a quick diagram that I'll just draw out, and then we'll kind of jump into the first step, which will be installing something called SideQuest, but let's jump into that in a minute. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a schematic now on this whiteboard we've got here. I'll keep it nice and simple overall. So on the right hand side here, so let me just get a little pen so we can see what we're doing. So on the right hand side over here, we've got the PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, PC. So any HDMI device that can output, any device that can HDMI output is in theory capable of doing this and displaying inside of the Meta Quest 3. So we've got PS5, PS4, Switch, PC, which we will use in this video to show how it all works. So those those devices output with HDMI. So there's an HDMI cable out of all them. Obviously, that will output just a standard cable. But obviously, the better cable you can get, the better for stability, quality, etc. So in the middle, we've got a couple of things we need to go through, but obviously on the other side, you can see we've got the headset. So that's the headset, Meta Quest 3 or Meta Quest 2. Not sure about other devices, but those two are supported with this method. In the middle, there's a little bit more to do. So the first one is the capture card. So this is the capture card here. So the capture card, basically what it means is it's capturing the HDMI from the device on the capture card and then sending it onward in a different format to the headset. So in this video, in this example, we were using a couple, hopefully 3 examples of capture cards just to show you what's capable. We've got the Elgato Camlink 4K, and we've got the Elgato HD60. I've got an older device which I've not tested yet, which is the AverMedia LGP Lite. So this is here. So this will be lower quality in terms of I think it's HD 720p that can do, whereas these are capable of up to 4K. So those devices obviously naturally will be better quality. So we've got those two. So those are the capture cards. And you can see there, I put a little symbol on, which is the HDMI in. So both of these devices, all 3 devices, have HDMI in. So there's a port on them that literally is for the HDMI to go into. So that one's there. That one's on the Camlink, is much easier to see. You've got the HDMI in and then obviously out. And again, on the other one, we've got HDMI in. So that's easy. HDMI in is easy. On the other side, a little bit more tricky in terms of outputting from the capture card into the headset. We still do need something in the middle, in the way. So for my example, for the one we're doing, I've got a couple of hubs. So hubs or dockers, or they're called different things depending on what you're using them for. But essentially, this will plug into a PC. And then you can input devices into it as like an extension. So it's like a hub, like an on-the-go hub. So this one can be used for all kinds. It can actually be used to output to a monitor, but we won't go there. But basically, it's got 2 USB ports on it. So I can plug that into my laptop, but in this case, the Meta Quest 3, into the 3, and I've got USB input. So all we're going to do with this example is we're going to take the Cam Link 4K, we're going to input it into the hub like so. That will have the HDMI cable on the end of it, and then that plugs into the headset. So that's that example. The HD60 is a little bit more temperamental with USB-C 3. It does require USB-C 3 all the way from here to the hub into the headset. Anything in between you don't do, this won't work. It just won't out. It won't work. So this one, HDMI in. We've then got a cable, a USB-C cable out, which will go into the hub. So these will connect together via a wire. And then that will go, again, like the other one, will go into the headset. So from your capture card to your hub, we'll call it the hub, into the headset. So they're the devices you need in between, basically, capture card and hub. So we'll be using those two together. We'll use the Cam Link together, and then we'll see which one we can get working with the other one, if we can. So hardware-wise, I think that's everything for now. Okay, so that's everything from a hardware perspective now kind of mentioned. So we've got the links all the way from the device, all the way through to the headset. We will go through this kind of practically in real life just to show you it the best we can and try to keep it as simple as possible. So just a couple of things to mention along the way. So a couple of things I've seen on the PS5 and PS4 is you need HDCP turned off. Now, this stands for High Definition Content Protection, I think it is. The HD bit might be wrong. I'll confirm in the description. But basically, there's content protection applied on the PS5 and PS4 to ensure or to try stop people obviously taking copyright information away from them and producing elsewhere. So we're not doing this with this. We're using it for personal reasons. And not, we're not stealing the information or anything like that. So HDCP needs to be turned off on the PS5 and PS4. As we're going through it, I'll try and get quick grabs of it on the PS4 and PS5. But again, I'll put some links below to other people that have done videos on it to show you rather than go through too much detail. So on this side, that's all I've seen so far. That's all you need to do. HDCP turned off on those. If you don't, it won't work. Simple as that. You need to turn it off. On the headset side is where we need to concentrate on now in terms of how to get that working on the headset side. So by default, out of the box, Meta built-in apps, this won't work. There's a little bit of side loading we need to do in terms to get this working. Again, it's not damaging the device. It's not hacking the device. It's using something called SideQuest. Now, I'm not going to go into massive detail about SideQuest. I may do a further video on it, but there's tons of videos on YouTube about SideQuest, how to use it. We're going to utilize SideQuest to side load an application called USB Camera onto the MetaQuest 3. So at this point, you may think, I don't want to do that. It's not for me. Then that's fair enough. And that's nothing against anyone. If you don't want to do that to your headset, that's fine. I've done it. I've done it on the 3 so far. We will do it on the 2 at some point. It shouldn't damage it. It shouldn't affect anything. Obviously, it may not work perfectly because it's not been designed for the MetaQuest 3. But in terms of everything else, there should be no issue with your headset. But this is a disclaimer. None of this is my responsibility if it does go wrong for you. That's doing this at your own risk. Not that there should be any risk. Let's just put that there. So we need to get SideQuest on our PC. So you need a PC for this, for SideQuest to be installed on. You can do it on your phone. I've not done that yet so far, so we will do it on the PC. I've done it on my laptop. I've not done it on this PC. So I'm going to go through it step by step now of getting SideQuest onto the PC, which is step 1. We're then going to download the application file, the APK, for the USB camera application. So that's step 2. And then we're going to side load that APK, the USB camera APK, onto the MetaQuest 3. And then that should, in theory, be it. We should then be able to do all this connecting together and things should start working. So, bit of a deep breath. Sorry it's taken, I've gone into some detail there just to show you what's going on, hopefully, so you can see what's happening for getting your device into the headset. So we're going to concentrate on this headset bit now, and we're going to do the element of getting SideQuest sorted. So I'll get things ready on here. We'll download SideQuest. I'll do it in real time just to show you because I've not done it on this PC, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, here we go. So we're on the SideQuest website, which is sidequestvr.com. As I say, there's tons of stuff on SideQuest, not just what we're doing that you can do. Get early access to games, beta version of games loaded on there. I'm not going to cover that. I'm just going to cover what we need to do to get things working for us. So I'm going to go to Get SideQuest, you can see there. And for loading the APK files onto it, you need to get the advanced installer, which is for expert users. I'm no expert, but we need the expert one. So you can go with the easy one, but you won't be able to do the loading of APK. I made that mistake the first time. I didn't get it and I couldn't work it out. So yeah, install the advanced installer. So we'll do it. I've not done this before, so we'll do this all in real time. Hopefully it doesn't take too long for us. So I'll do it in real time so we can see it working and just how easy it is to get set up. So we'll download the exe file. I'm on a Windows machine. This should, as it says, be capable on a Mac as well. So it's downloading now. But obviously I've got a Windows machine. So we'll open this exe file in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to open the exe file now. I want to just install it just for me. Go through all the installer as per any kind of other application. Okay, so we'll run SideQuest as well. So it's as easy as that from a SideQuest perspective. Okay, so we've got SideQuest running now on the PC. So I'll put that to one side, and then we will open this one. And then, as I mentioned previously, the application we need, or the APK file, is something called USB Camera. So on here, I'll just go to Google. I'm going to search for Android APK. I've used APK Mirror. So APK Mirror, in theory, everything should be safe on here. It's got a good reputation in terms of safe APKs. There are some sources where there may be some malware, etc., installed there. But I think if you're sensible, get things that look supported, etc. Again, please do not take this as me taking any responsibility for anything you do with this. It's worked for me, it's worked for others, so it should work for you. So literally I'm going to go USB camera. I'm going to go with the first one, which is this one. It's exactly what I've done on my other machine, by the way. So this I've done this previously, and I've gone for the top one, so you can get different versions of the application. I've gone with the Android 11 Plus one. Okay, there we go. Got stuck in an advert, I think. So we'll download the APK now. That should start downloading any second. Okay, so we've got the APK file now. So if I take this APK file, I'll cut it out of here and I'm going to pop it into my downloads here. Loads of rubbish in there. So I'll pop it into my download section. So that's now ready to upload onto the MetaQuest 3 once we've got things going. So you can see on the MetaQuest, on the SideQuest application here, let me just do this full screen so you can see it properly. Up here, it's got a not detected. So this is really good step-by-step instructions on what to do. And there are some things you need to do, first of all, to get this working. In terms of creating an organization. So you basically need to enable dev mode on your headset. Okay, yeah, so the dev mode. So I've done this previously when I set it up on other PC. I'd not done it before. So you basically need to get dev mode or developer mode onto your MetaQuest 3 or the Quest 2, which you need to do a certain way with an Oculus developer organization. You can see there's a video playing here that shows you what to do. It is really simple. I wouldn't be put off by this. As it says here, it's on the Meta website. It's free, quick, and easy. There's a link to it there where you've got to sign up and create an organization. It's super simple. The video it's showing there is literally how long it takes. That's kind of it. So I will find another video on YouTube of someone that's done this. If you want to go to their video, because I'm not going to show this on a video, but it is super simple to do. Once you've created the organization, you then need to enable developer mode on the headset. Again, there's a great video here showing you how to do it. It's really simple to do. It's within the settings. There's nothing difficult about it. I'll try and find another video on YouTube. Might be the same one, just to give you some instruction there. So create the organization and a developer account on the Meta or the Oculus website. Enable dev mode on your Quest 3, and then, which I've already done. I've done that part, and then it's a case of connecting up. So in theory, I should be able to connect my MetaQuest 3 now to my PC, and it should detect the MetaQuest 3. So I'm going to try it now. Okay, so as you can see, you just need to plug it in as it states on the instructions, and you'll probably get a pop-up inside the headset about USB debugging, and it's about giving you access or giving access to the computer to do it. So I'm going to plug that in now, there, and I'll jump onto the headset, allow it on the headset. Okay, so now I've allowed that on the headset, and you can see hopefully at the top left corner, put my glass back on so I can see, yeah, we're connected to the Oculus Quest 3, 100% there. So that's all done now. We're connected up and ready to install that APK onto the headset. So I know there's a few steps to do there, but once it's done, it's done and they're ready to just do this and other things with SideQuest on the headset. Okay, so we've got the MetaQuest 3 connected now. As you can see, it's successfully connected. You can also see it here on the connection status. We've got the Quest detected, dev mode enabled, ADB detected, and device authorized. That's all done now, and that's all included in these little guides. So we're ready now to sideload the application on. So what I'll do is go up here into SideQuest. You've got the little menu icons across the top, and there's a little one with like a folder with an arrow, and it's to install APK file from folder on computer. So if I click on that, and this should hopefully, yes it does, puts up a folder window, file explorer window, sorry. And then I click on that and I've got the APK file there. And it should just be a case of clicking open, install an APK. You see the red bar at the bottom down here. All tasks completed, success. That's it, that's done. So that's installed it on the actual MetaQuest 3, ready to use, ready to go, ready to open. So what we'll do now, we'll actually jump into using this now because there's nothing more we need to do away from the Quest 3 headset. We need to now go and test it out. So we'll go on Nintendo Switch and PS4 first upstairs, then we'll nip downstairs and we'll try out the PS5. So Nintendo Switch, I'll use this older one to start with, the AverMedia LGP Lite, just see if we can get that one working, just to show you different functionality and feature, different ones you can use. And then we will use the Cam Link and this hub here for the PS4. And we will use the other Elgato and that hub for the PS5. So we'll nip over now, go do it on the Switch, and then move on to the next ones. Okay, we're here in Oliver's room, and Oliver's set up here, so just messing around with Nintendo Switch to start with. So let me just flick around and show you the desk setup, what we've got going on at the moment. Just a quick one though, the AverMedia one won't work. I can't get that working at the moment. I might try again, but it won't work with the Switch. So let me just show you what's going on here. So we have got, I've got the MetaQuest 3 here. So that's got the hub connected into it. So this is the hub that we showed previously. So that's got the wire plugged directly into the MetaQuest 3. I've then got the Elgato Cam Link here, which has got the HDMI cable in, which goes into the back of the Switch dock. So we've got the Switch dock there, HDMI out, into the hub into the headset. So hopefully that's nice and clear. You can see what's going on there, with the hub and the capture card being the most important, obviously, bits in that process. So let me just flick around. I'll put the headset on and we'll get things going. And I can show you, I'll keep this camera on as well, just to show you what's going on real time. So I'm going to go into the headset first of all. I'll set off screen recording so you can see what's going on. So I'm just going to do record video so I can show you what's happening. Set my microphone to record as well. Right, so I'm recording screen, so let me come out of here. So just a couple of things as well when you go into your applications. So when you go into your applications, once you've installed the side-loaded applications, you need to go to this drop-down menu here. So if you go to all, which is what you usually have it on, you've got all your applications in there, all the official ones, etc. But if you go here, drop that down, you go to unknown sources, and that will show you. So you can see at the bottom there, we've got the USB Camera application installed. So if I click on that, you'll first of all so straight away you can see the switches work there. I've not done any settings whatsoever with this yet. It's just worked straight out. You'll see obviously we've got the portrait view. What we need to do is we just grab the corners, drag it out, and you've got a giant Nintendo Switch screen in front of you, which is absolutely fantastic. I'll be honest, I don't use the Switch very much, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. So let me just grab a controller. I'm in the news section, whatever that is. Don't even know what B is. That's B, isn't it? Back. There we go. Alright, okay. So if I go into Roller Coaster Tycoon. Or maybe not. But you can see that's working there. So we won't do any gameplay on the Switch because it's not my Switch. It's my wife's Switch and I don't want to mess anything up. So you can see that's working though. Nice large screen in front of us there. Latency wise I'm not too sure yet because we've not obviously got into gameplay, but I can see the controller. I'm moving the controller there and it's moving things around pretty good, I'd say. So latency wise we will probably see more in a PS4 game. So that's working. Straight out, side loaded on, no setting changes, loaded up straight away. Nintendo Switch, I'd probably say that's like good 100-inch screen in front of you. You can see I've got pass-through on there into Oliver's room as well. If I come out of pass-through, let me try that, see what that looks like. Okay, so in the virtual environment there as well. So that's as large as we can go, looking great. So that's working fine. So what we'll do now, we'll jump over to the PS4 and do some actual gameplay on the PS4. But that is so far so good. Okay, so just to confirm the setup now, I've got the cable here. Just here is a HDMI cable from the PS4. So the PS4 is just in there, but the cable goes behind. HDMI cable into there, into the cam link, into the dock, into the hub, whatever you want to call it, and then into the MetaQuest 3. So let's get onto the Quest, sorry. So I've literally just switched the cables round, not done anything yet on the headset. So let me jump onto the headset. I have turned HDCP off earlier. You need to do that before you plug it in. I'll just show you in the menu where that is. Okay, so we're recording. 3, 2, 1, now hopefully. So we're going to jump over to applications again. Back to the USB Camera app. So at the moment we're not getting anything. Let me just check what's going on. Let me just disconnect and reconnect this. Okay, nothing still. So I'm going to just pull out the HDMI, the capture card, and plug it back into the hub. Okay, so that's working now. So I just literally pulled out the capture card, plugged it back in just down here, and that's working now. So you can see the PlayStation there absolutely fine. So I've got the controller. Latency wise, again, it's going through the menus fine. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Let me quickly just show you in the settings, the HDCP. So if you go to the main settings, go down to system settings, and you'll see enable HDCP there, which I've got currently off. That was on and it wasn't working earlier. So that's that. So that's working fine now. Hopefully, I can hear the PlayStation noise. I don't know if it records it onto the recording. I don't know if it does, but I can hear the PlayStation menu noise coming through fine. You can go into the settings menu and you can change video format, audio format, etc. You can do different things with it. You can leave it. I think you can go to audio output routing and change that if you wanted to. But I can hear the sound coming through the headset absolutely fine. So there's a few different options you can go through within here, but I've not done anything. The only thing I have done, and I didn't mention this before, apologies, I turned off Wi-Fi on the headset before I opened the application. So that stops any adverts coming through onto the app, because it's an Android app and it shows adverts. So if you turn your Wi-Fi off on the headset, you don't get any adverts coming through. Okay, so back to the main menu. I'm going to just jump into... this battery's just died on the DualShock 4 controller. Let me just go grab another controller and we'll come straight back. So I'll just stop the recording there. Okay, we're back on the headset now with a charged up controller. We see we're fully in the menu now, so we're going to jump into a game, do some actual gameplay at last. We've got there. Okay, so we'll jump into a game of, let's go FIFA. Latency wise, jumping through the menus seems great so far. Okay. So we'll go into a kick-off match. Do some local play on the device itself. So we'll just go into play modes. Quick play modes, and just do a quick kick-off. You see it's pretty smooth, coming through smooth on the screen itself. Just going to jump through these menus. Okay. What, Oliver? Quickly, man, I'm in the middle of the recording.
You're on a game, yeah? It's not letting me play on there. Are you nearly done?
No.
Oh, I can't play.
You have to give me a minute, mate. Just give me a minute. give me a minute, Oliver! Just give me a minute! Okay, we're just going to jump straight into a classic match. Straight in, straight through. I just want to do some really quick bit of gameplay. I won't do a full game or anything, but I just want to show you in terms of latency wise on there what's going on. Okay, straight into a game. Let's see what this is like. So I'll just do 30 seconds to a minute or so, and just to show you what it's like. I'll skip this. Okay. Seems pretty smooth to me. Gameplay is fine. You can see obviously it's smooth on the actual screen itself. No problems there whatsoever. And latency wise, obviously like from pressing pass. Let's see if I can just score a quick goal before we finish. I'm going to square it across. I'm going to shoot and score. So the latency wise is really, really quick. It's good. I'm not seeing it. It's like playing on a screen, to be honest with you. I'm not noticing anything different. Whether after a period of time you'd notice that difference, I'm not sure. But for me at the moment, it's no different than just playing on the headset, on a big screen, just normal. So far, let's see if I can get a second goal. No. Okay, so really good there. So that's the PS4. Jumping through the menu. I don't want to too much gameplay. I want to show you some gameplay. Main gameplay I want to do on the PS5, just to show you that working on the PS5. So let's see if we can score from corner. Let's do a volley, half volley. Oh. Okay, so we'll finish. We'll just pause there for now. We'll jump downstairs and we'll do a little bit of testing on the PS5. Okay, so before we go and do the PS5, I thought I'd just jump into the office and do the PC first. So output from the PC. So let me just show you where we're outputting from. So this is the PC that I was recording from earlier. So we did the whiteboard from here. So it's just a mini PC down there. Sorry, just there. So we've got the mini PC, which is currently HDMI out into this monitor. So I'm going to take the HDMI cable out of this monitor and I will plug it into the same hub dock we were using previously. So I'll get all that set up and then I'll jump over and we'll have a look at the latency. We'll have a look at the latency. We'll play a YouTube video, just navigate around Windows quickly just to show that working. So I'll get it all set up now and we'll have a look at it quickly. Okay, so get everything set up down here, ready to go. So I've got the hub here. I've got the capture card with the HDMI. I'm going to plug that in now before I put the headset on. So that's plugged in already. So I'll jump onto the headset and I'll record on the headset. So give me a moment. Okay, so let me just get things going and get recording inside here. So let me just unlock it. Okay, I'm going to do it in pass-through mode so you can see what's going on around me. So I've not done anything, so it's actually opened already. Let me just jump quickly and record straight away for you. Show you what's going on. So we're recording currently. Let me open that. And you can see I've got the whiteboard app open here. So you can see hopefully, because I've got pass-through on, I've got my mouse and my keyboard. So I'm moving the mouse around. I can go to a browser window, open up this. And if I go into YouTube, so again, smoothness wise, clarity wise, looking great. Let me just see if I can move this a little bit over. Let's recenter this. There we go. So we've got that in front of us. So let me open up. I'll tell you what we'll open. Let's open a little bit of Houston DIY so we don't have any copyright issues. Houston DIY. And I'll open up the previous video I did, which was of playing Fortnite and FIFA on the actual headset. So again, I'm getting audio through. Hopefully you can hear that coming through. So I'm going to mute that. So you can see, hopefully it's coming through. Let me check latency. The MetaQuest 2 and the MetaQuest 3, obviously there's tons of amazing games, VR games built into the headset, which are great to play. There's one that I've been playing recently, I played for the first time the other night, called Onward, which is really, really good. Right, so that's looking great. So the latency wise, no problems whatsoever. There may be slight latency, I would say, with the video, but it's very, very, very slight. So if I navigate around YouTube, you can see that loading absolutely fine. Smoothness is fine. If I come just into Windows and go through the applications, I can open up SideQuest, which we were obviously using earlier. So obviously I'm not plugged into the PC currently, so I can see SideQuest working there. So we jump home on SideQuest. What else could we do? We can go into browser. I'll just go to news, search for news, and go to BBC News. So you can see there's nothing's delayed, everything loads fine, it's smooth coming through. Let me check a little bit of the most recent news out. Absolutely fine. So you can obviously, because I'm in pass-through, I can use my keyboard and mouse as well at the same time. So that works great. As I said previously, I don't think I said previously, but you can obviously use the, is it called the MetaQuest Link software or remote desktop software to do this exact same thing. But if you've not got anything installed on the machine and you don't want to, or you can, or you're using a work machine or a lockdown machine, this might be a great way of doing it. If you've got HDMI coming out of the PC, it then gives you the capability to connect into the headset and still use it. So yeah, and it works absolutely fine. I'm in pass-through, no problems whatsoever. So looking really good. So now the PC is done, we'll jump over to the PS5. But obviously, if you're watching on this video, got any questions about this, you want me to try out some different applications in another video, drop it down in the comment section. I will reply to, I'll try out any suggestions that you give. Okay, we're in the sitting room now with a TV just behind me there, with a PS5 on, so you can probably see, hopefully there, the PS5 is currently, let me just switch it around just to show you what's going on. So we've got the PS5 plugged into the TV here, so the PS5 is down there, obviously into the TV. So we'll put a new cable into the back of the PS5 to bring it round. I'll set things up on the floor just down there and I'll show you, and then we'll see if we can get it working. So let me get that set up now so I can show you how we've got it set up. Okay, so hopefully you can see what's going on down here now. Let me just run through what it is. So, got the HDMI cable running from the PS5. This going into the Elgato HD60. We've then got the USB-C cable plugged in there, into the back of the HD60. That then plugs into this hub or dock or whatever you want to call it there, the white one. And that is plugging straight into the MetaQuest 3 there. So you'll see, this is what I've got to work around a little bit. There's currently a blue light on the HD60. Now, if I used a different cable on the HD60, that obviously isn't USB 3, this would flash red. So this is much more temperamental. So the other hub, the other dock doesn't work with this because it isn't true USB 3. This must be a USB 3 port on here. And again, this is a USB 3 cable, a true cable. So yeah, so if you have that problem when you've got the HD60, it's going to be either the hub or the cable you're using. Even if it says it is a USB 3, it might not be USB 3. So this definitely is, this was some trial and error I had to go through. I tried at least 5 different USB cables. Obviously the 2 different hubs. In fact, I tried a third hub, couldn't get it working, but this one is a Huawei one that came with my laptop that's obviously USB 3. True USB 3, that is. So, we're all plugged in. I've not checked it yet. I've turned HDCP off in the menus. Again, I'll show you where that is when we're on the headset, and hopefully it works. So let me jump round. I'll turn the camera around. I'll put the headset on, and we'll see and check it's working fine. Okay, so I've got the headset here. I've got the PS5 controller here. I'm going to pop it on, and I'll record from inside again like we did before. I'll just get the hand controller. Okay, I'm back with the controller now. Let's give this a go. So I'll pop the headset on. The other problem with this hub is that obviously it's shorter there, so it does pull down on the headset. So I'm going to have to probably get a different one just to get this working perfectly. So let me just allow the connection. It will ask you if you want to use the connection. Okay, so I can see straight away it's working, but I won't do anything yet. I will record this so I can show you. So I am recording now. So let me go back into the USB camera application. So you can see, hopefully, it's asking me to adjust the play area. Now this is because obviously it's detected a new display. So we've got it all right there. Adjust your PS. So we need to make sure that it's barely visible. Just about there. Barely visible again. There we go. So there. So we're in. Okay. So with this one, with the HD 60, I'm not getting audio. Now I think this is because what I've used it for in the past, I've changed the audio settings. But we are working, we are in. So let's give it a go. So I'm going to jump straight into FC24. In fact, before I do that, let me just show you the settings. Let's go down to System Settings, HDMI, and you can see there I've turned off HDCP. So that's off. So let's jump into FC24. EA Sports FC24. Okay, so none of the, we haven't got the disconnection. I had the disconnection problem on the PS4, which disconnected once from me, but I was switching between them. So let's just get logged in and let's get it working. Okay, so it's smooth. You can see that obviously the frame rate coming through is really good. All I'm going to do, again like I did on the PS4, is I'll just jump really quickly into a kickoff, just a quick kickoff game, just to show you that it's working. Classic match, Man United v Liverpool. Okay, so let's go for it. So let's skip through there. Okay, so again, you can see, let's check out latency wise. So switching player, so I'm pressing switching player, hopefully you can translate that on your own screen to see the switching player. Latency wise, that was Harry Maguire, there's quite a lot of latency with Harry Maguire generally, I think. But you can see, latency wise, I would say it's even, this is actually better. I can feel that it's better than the PS4. Maybe there was a little bit of latency with the PS4 because this does feel smoother and better to play with, to be honest with you. You can see the graphics coming through great, no problems there whatsoever. Really good, yeah. So I'm actually really impressed with this, to be honest with you. You can see it's a massive screen, probably looks like I've got pass-through turned on as well. So yeah, that's testing out the capability really well, to be honest with you. So let me just do a quick, see if I get a goal here. Again, if I'm going offside there. Or offside. Let's see if we can get a goal. Let's show you a bit more gameplay, see if I can get you a goal scored on while wearing the headset. Nice bit of build-up play. Let's drive it into box, pass it back. There we go. Garnacho with a goal. Was it Garnacho? Yeah, it was. Okay, so that's really good. PS5 tested. Working really well, to be honest with you. I like that a lot. Yeah, let's jump over back up to the office, and we'll probably do a little bit of a summary video just to confirm how things have gone. Okay, so just before I finish, actually, I want just to show one more thing, because I thought this might get asked in the questions. So I've got the cam link plugged in instead into the HDMI cable, into the other USB hub I was using, which has got a slightly longer cable on it, which means it doesn't pull down on the headset like the other one does. So the HD6 is there, not being used, got the cam link plugged in, so I'm recording on the screen as well. So hopefully you can see that. So let's just jump back into the application, USB camera. Okay, so again, it's asking me to do the settings again, because obviously it's detected a new display. So let me go straight into some gameplay. I'm actually getting audio through as well. So you can see again, the latency wise, quality wise is really good. Got a massive screen in front of me. So I'll just do a little bit of gameplay just to show off that cam link and the different hub as well for you. Okay, another little goal for you there. I don't know if it's me or whether I just can't remember the last connection, but I'm not sure if this is actually brighter with the cam link. It might be some of the settings that are set on the capture cards, because I've used them previously for different cameras, well, mainly connected to cameras, yeah, so I don't really use them to connect to consoles. So I may have changed the settings on the HD 60, which might be the difference in the brightness. So let me see if I can get another quick goal for you while we do a bit more gameplay. McTominay. No. So again, as I mentioned previously, I think, certainly on the PC one, if there's anything else you want me to try out, or any other applications you want me to give a go, so you can see latency wise, what's going on, I can try them out. Just drop them into the comment section, and I can try out any games that you want to. Let's try and get a final third goal here. No. Yeah, so any other games you want me to try out, obviously give me a shout, or in the comment section I can give them a go. But I think we're all done now, so I'll head back up to the office and we'll do a little finishing off summary. Okay, all done there now. We're testing out the MetaQuest 3 with those different devices. So we covered off the Nintendo Switch. Not much gameplay on there, apologies. I don't really play a Switch, so as I said, I didn't want to break that, but that showed it working with the Nintendo Switch, at least, obviously on the large screen. We jumped over to the PS4. Couple of issues there. It froze every now and again on the dock I was using. I'm not sure if it was the hub or if it was the capture card. I'm not sure, but it did freeze at least once there for me. I was kind of taking it off, going between the application in and out, which might have caused that problem. But overall, worked fine. Latency-wise, really good on the PS4. No problems there whatsoever. So really impressed with that. We then jumped over to the not the PS5. We jumped over to the PC just before that. Obviously, the PC here in the office with me, just the mini PC I've got, HDMI out of there into there. So that gives you a really good screen, PC screen, solid there to use. Obviously, you might not use that over the PC link, the Oculus link stuff you can do. I'm not so sure if you would, but I suppose it's quite good if you're using a PC that you've never used before in an office or public area, or I don't know, you could just plug straight in and use it without installing software on the device. I think that's the key. If you've got a device that you don't want to install software on a PC, for example, potentially maybe a work computer, you could potentially use that without installing anything. You just got the HDMI out of that computer. You can use it like that. So that worked really well. Again, latency, no problems whatsoever. Probably even less so on the PC because you're only doing really mouse and keyboard stuff. Watched some YouTube videos on there as well, which came through fine. We jumped over to the PS5, which was the main driver for this, really. You've been able to use that PS5 with the headset. So you could be sat in the same room as someone watching TV on the screen, and you could be playing the PS5 that's in that same room, perhaps on your headset, sat on the sofa with them. So you still sat with them, but you're still playing on your PS5. Again, we use the HD 60 down there on the PS5, which seemed to work fine as well. Latency-wise, again, no, mate, I couldn't tell. I'm not a gamer or anything, so I guess gamers out there that may notice latency more than me, perhaps, potentially. But I think if it was noticeable, I would notice. It seemed absolutely fine in terms of the latency and the smoothness of it coming through, etc., etc. So I guess if you're going to use one of the capture cards, probably the Elgato HD6 is the one to go for. It is a better device in terms of the specification in there, what it does, what it can do, compared to the Camlink 4K. The Camlink is good. It's it's a much smaller device. Obviously, you can use it on the go. More plug and play, I would say, because of the format it's in. Whereas this one may be more for somewhere permanent in your office, perhaps. But again, you can use it on the move. So yeah, I'm not going to go into a comparison between them, but there are comparisons out there between different capture cards. So hopefully that has covered everything. I know there's been tons of information there. I will try and capture some in the description. I probably will do a blog post on the website as well, HoustonDIY.com. There'll be links below to that just to go through some more information. And I might do some follow-up videos because there are probably some things I've not covered off the best I can. But it's difficult cramming it all into one video. Which brings me along to, if you've got any questions or comments or anything at all about the video, please drop them in the comment section. This is obviously meant for some guidance. It's not meant as like a step-by-step tutorial as such. It's just to show you what you can do. So if you've got any questions, I've not covered anything perfectly, or you need more information, or you want me to try another device or anything at all, please do drop it in the comment section. I will reply to all questions and comments. I'll come back to them. So yeah, hopefully it's been informative. Hopefully you've liked the video. Apologies it's been so long, but if you have liked it, please do give it a thumbs up. It does really help me with the videos and the channel. If not for any reason, did I say give it a thumbs up? Give it a like as well. Give it a thumbs down, give it a dislike if you've not liked it. Like I said previously, questions, comments in the comment section. And if you want to follow the Houston DIY channel for more VR headset stuff, tech and product reviews, and baking, cooking, DIY projects, tons on the channel to get stuck into, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.